India then winning that series 2-0, and in the most emphatic manner yet, overseas. Now, as you must have observed,
Madras has really been one of Indian cricket's happy hunting grounds. At Madras, India have won several important test matches.
it was here that India notched up their maiden test victory in 1952 and at Jaipur. Then, 10 years later, at the nearby Nehru Stadium, India won a second test match in a series against England to complete the first ever series victory over England. But as if all this was not enough, something even more glorious, more unforgettable, was still to unfold itself.
The Indian pace bowlers find little help in the wicket. Chetan Sharma digs one short and Boone pulls him from outside the off stump through mid-wicket for 4. Jones is not entirely passive either. An orthodox off-drive of Kapil, a misfield by substitute fielder Sivaramakrishnan, and the century is Boone's. It is his third Test 100, and all three have been against India. The heat has taken its toll. And the second new ball brings India the breakthrough. Chetan Sharma produces the extra pace to get the edge, and Boone is caught by Kapil for 122. Shastri to Jones. An elegant on drive, and that's Jones's maiden 100. Border now gets into the act. A 6 off Shastri. And the Indian spinners look absolutely helpless. Srikanth is called for a bowl. And Jones plays a dapper off-glide to get to his 200. His second 100 has come in just 89 balls. Finally, Yadav succeeds. A tired heave ends Jones's 500-minute stay, and he wins a gesture of appreciation from the Indian captain. Jones is a drained man and is immediately taken to hospital for a replacement of fluids. Border asserts himself with his favorite pull sweep. And gets to his century with a push past mid-wicket. But the stroke that has brought Border so many runs proves to be his undoing. Gavaskar picks up the catch at backward square leg. And that's the end of Border. Surely must be one of the best left-handers in modern times. In this mood, Kapil is virtually unstoppable. Kapil hooks, and that's his 100. His 4th. And what a great effort. And a single off Bright means that India has averted the follow-on. And Kapil's brave innings ends on a rather tame note. India all out 397. Maninder to Boone. There's an appeal, and he's gone. Boone doesn't look too happy. 94 for 3.
And Border declared the Australian second innings on 170 for 5 at the end of the 4th day to leave India 348 runs to get to win on the final day.
Mohinder joins Gavaskar. And the two senior players pick up the gauntlet yet again. All elegance in that on-drive, so typically Gavaskar, 4 runs all the way. Gavaskar wins points from the off-spinner. A 6 over mid-wicket. But Mohinder does not survive for long. Matthews' drift and turn beats him, and he is easily taken by Boone at short leg. And now McDermott charges in and is banished imperiously through extra cover. 4 runs again. Gavaskar on 90. Will he get his 100? No, he miscues, and Jones accepts the catch at cover. Matthews can't hide his delight. But at 204 for 3, the chase is very much on. Ravi Shastri decides he's going to go for it. The asking rate at this point is 7 and over. And Shastri reiterates his intentions. That's 6 over mid-wicket off Matthews, bringing the crowd to its feet. Pandit too lends a hand, and suddenly the target seems attainable. Matthews. And Shastri goes over the top again. Squarer this time, but 6 all the same. The heat is truly on. The crowd scents an Indian victory. With virtually no one on the offside, Pandit tries to innovate, but can only guide the ball from Matthews from outside the leg stump onto his wickets. A costly experiment. 291 for 6, 57 wanted, 10 overs to go. Matthews to Sharma. And the shot just eludes Matthews. And McDermott, 4 runs. Border is a worried man. An upset Chetan Sharma loses his concentration and his wicket as McDermott takes the skyer off Bright quite safely. 331 for 7. And more trouble is to follow, or more trouble, as umpire Dotiwala's finger points heavenwards. More LBW Bright 0. 334 for 8. Shivlal Yadav has pre-decided on what he wants to do now. Matthews bows to him. And he hoists him beyond Jones's reach at long on. 6 crucial runs. Even Shastri cannot believe this. Bright, who has plugged away all day, gets his reward. Shivlal sweeps, misses, and is bowled off his pads.
All credit to the Australians. They haven't let go, they've attacked, they've kept the ball in play, they've kept the ball at the wickets, and really challenged India all the way.
Five balls remain, 4 runs to get Matthews to Shastri. Scores tied. We are looking at an incredible possibility. From the Indian point of view, all they want is for Maninder to push a single run. What a test match. Scores tied. 3 balls remain. Craftiest of Australian bowlers, Matthews, entrusted with the bowling. 2 balls to go. Two balls to go in this match. 1 run to win, 1 wicket to fall. Remember, India can't lose this match. They can either be a tie or India win.
I must admit, towards the end of the fourth day, runs were being hard to come by. I mean, we're in a position where, you know, we should have been throwing the bat a little bit more and throwing caution to the wind, and obviously the more runs we had in on the board at that stage meant that India, you know, had no chance of winning, and we were the only side that had a chance. But what I was forced to do was make a decision overnight. We were about 350 odd runs in front, and the decision was that whether we should declare overnight or bat on a little bit in the morning and make sure that we couldn't lose, but also, you know, because we didn't have as much time as we wanted to bowl India out, it was a very tough decision. But both Bob Simpson and I sat down and we worked out that no side had scored 350 runs in a day. Not too many sides had scored 350 runs in the fourth innings of a test match to win. So all the statistics were in our favour, but what happened on the fifth day is sort of history now. It was just, you know, tension-packed cricket, you know, right throughout, and you know, that magnificent final result.
I still feel we should have won that match. I mean, the tie is there. People do talk about history. History is when you win the test match as well.
I think, if I have to be honest about it, it was a game that, in the end, India should have won, and that we came back from, you know, the losing position to a point where we possibly could have won, but, you know, to be honest, I think I was very, very happy with the final result, a tie. It was probably a true indication of how both teams had played it. It would have been very, very sad if either side had lost under those circumstances after that much, you know, tension-packed cricket. For Greg Matthews to bowl 30-odd overs on that last day under those conditions, with that sort of pressure, was just a magnificent performance. And, you know, he took 10 wickets in the match, and I thought that was just an absolutely superb performance on that wicket in those circumstances.
An orthodox off-drive of Kapil, a misfield by substitute fielder Sivaramakrishnan, and the century is Boone's. It is his third Test 100, and all three.
It was here that India notched up their maiden Test victory in 1952, and at Chepok. Then, 10 years later, at the nearby Nehru Stadium, India won a second Test match in a series. India then winning that series 2-0, and in the most emphatic manner yet, overseas. Now, as you must have observed,
Madras has really been one of Indian cricket's happy hunting grounds. At Madras, India have won several important test matches.
The Indian pace bowlers find little help in the wicket. Chetan Sharma digs one short, and Boone pulls him from outside the off-stump through mid-wicket for 4. Jones is not entirely passive either.
is against England to complete the first ever series victory over England. But as if all this was not enough, something even more glorious, more unforgettable was still to unfold itself.